Welcome to Craig's Gun Channel. In several recent videos, I've given an overview of the Beretta CX4 carbine as well as basic field strip procedures. Introduced in 2003, the CX4 is a semi-automatic, blowback-operated, closed-bolt polymer frame carbine with futuristic styling. The design is simple and straightforward, and it was designed with being able to meet the needs of a variety of shooters. Most of the controls and features can be swapped for right or left-handed operation, and in today's video, we're going to look to see how you change what side it ejects from. This can be done to better suit the needs of a shooter, and it can be done in conjunction with a change to the charging handle, or just done on its own. Let's take a look. And of course, before working on any firearm, we want to make sure it is free and clear of all ammunition. So first we'll go ahead and lock the bolt back. So lock that back, and we can see in the chamber area, right in there, it is free and clear. Remove our magazine. Magazine's also free and clear. At this point, you can go ahead and lock the bolt forward. Now you want to keep the hammer cocked back for disassembly. So we'll go ahead and just put the safety on, just make sure it stays in the position it's in. At this point, you'd want to then push out your disassembly pin. Once the pin's removed, you can separate the upper from the lower. So we'll set the lower receiver aside, slide the charging handle back to its removal recess, and then you can remove the bolt from the upper receiver, and then we'll take a look at the bolt itself. Go ahead and zoom in on this so we can get a better look. So with our bolt assembly, this of course is our recoil rod right here. That's a plastic or rubber buffer. That's our ejector right there. When the bolt goes back, it pushes against the inside of the lower receiver, and then that would pop out. You can see it going out there, and that's what would kick the cartridge out. This is our extractor right there. Now the extractor and the ejector can be swapped around, and then it would eject out of the left side. Now of course the left side, the port's covered. That's just a plastic port cover, and so you would just need to remove that and swap it over to the other side. So we'll go ahead and start with removing that. So you just need to just kind of reach in and push out. It's just plastic and just snaps in. Once that's removed, there's this U-shaped spring that goes around, and it's what actually provides spring tension on all of these parts and holds it in place. That also holds the recoil spring and recoil rod in place. So you just need to basically pop that out. Now I found the easiest way really to do it is just kind of use the recoil rod to lift up on it slightly. Once it's lifted up a little bit, you can then just pop it off, set that aside, remove our recoil rod. This is our ejector that just lifts out, and notice the orientation of that. It has like a little bow section where it goes in. That goes in towards the middle of the gun, and that little notch right there, that's actually what catches on the rear of the rim of the cartridge to kick it out. And then on the other side, this is the extractor. There again, it's got that like bow that goes toward the inside, and that little hook there is what hooks on the rim of the cartridge. So then to swap it around, you just simply come over to the other side, and of course that hook has to go toward the inside, so you just turn it over and it goes in. Now if you notice, there's that little groove where the spring has that little section there. So you need to make sure that that little shoulder right there, just make sure that goes in so it's all flush in there so that that spring can go in place. You would then move the ejector around. There again, make sure where that section where it goes in, make sure it goes in toward the inside. So it goes back like that. Put your recoil rod back in, and then you put your spring back on. And that's all reassembled. So at this point, it will now eject from the right side, which will kick the cartridges out on the left. Of course, our extractor right there pulls it out from the left. So then you just get your port cover, and if you notice, it's got these little plastic, like scallop type shapes, and you've got matching indentations on the bolt. So you just line those up and snap it in place. And then you just reassemble. Now, since we made it for left-handed eject, we'll go ahead and put the charging handle on the right side this time. So you just put it on into the right side instead of the left. Push it forward. Line the rails up. And once it's in place, put your cross pin back in. Do a function check. Take the safety off. Hold the trigger in, cycle it, make sure that it resets, and we're good to go. The Storm carbine is very easy to maintain and configure to best meet the needs of the operator. Combined with its low recoil and affordable ammunition, it makes a great firearm for both beginners or those with more experience. Also, as it was originally designed for police or military use, it can also meet the needs for defensive use as well. I hope that this information is of value, and if you like the video, I would ask that you hit the like button and subscribe if you want to continue to see more like this. I value your comments and feedback, and as always, until next week, stay safe.